let's start with the topic. So, how many of you are excited to get a job in 45 days? Or how many of you think that it is possible to land a job in 45 days? I promise you, by the end of the session, you will know some tricks and hacks. Okay, you will know some procedure. So, guys, let's start. Yes, it is possible to land a job. First of all, we have to accept this truth. So some of the students, they always come to me and say, Naman, it is not possible to land a job even in 6 months. And some of them says that it's not possible to get the job even 1 year. And you know what I say? It is possible to get a job even in 45 days. How did I come to know about this? There was one student, her name is Esther. She was learning with us, and she proved before her program was actually over, 3 days before 3 days before her training got over, she landed the job. Can you imagine? Someone who is attending the program at Thinkcloudly, and that program is going to over in next 3 days, and she is pinging me that, Naman, I got the job. So she proved me that yes, it is possible in 45 days to land an IT job having no background in IT. She was a military nurse, and today she is working in IT. She is still in touch with me. And I'm very happy that, the lady who actually were making somewhere around $22-25 per hour, today she has completely transformed her life. So guys, very first thing which I want you guys to tell you is that 45 days is not 45 days. So when I say that someone can get a job in 45 days, I don't say it's 45 days. Is it confusing? What do you think, guys? Is it confusing? So at the same time, I'm contradicting myself that, you can land a job in 45 days, but at the same time, I'm saying that you cannot get the job in 45 days. So when I say 45 days, it means 135 hours. Okay. Guys, this is very important to be noted that you have to spend at least 135 hours in 45 days, which means you are spending at least 3 hours per day, which makes 135 hours. You know why? Because some people, because they are very busy, maybe at work. Some people, maybe they are occupied with their family stuff. Some people, they don't find it easy. They don't find it interesting. They complete their 135 hours maybe in 1 year. And that's why they get a job in 1 year. If we are promising ourselves that we have to land a job in 45 days, then we have to promise ourselves that no, I will get a job in 135 hours, which means at least I'm going to spend 3 hours every day, no matter where I'm busy, no matter what am I doing. But I have to make sure that I am at least spending 3 hours every day. I know it's not easy to say, but that's what the lady did. The same lady I'm talking about, that lady did the same job. She spent 3 hours of her day to make herself ready to land a job. 1 hour you have to attend the session. Wherever you have enrolled, some people go to Udemy, some people come to Thinkcloudly, some people go to somewhere. Wherever you are attending the classes, at least dedicate 1 hour to a session. 1 hour you need to practice. Please, this is very important. Some people think they will attend the session and they will get a job. Guys, we are at Thinkcloudly, we are someone who can guide you. We are someone who can train you. But only practice will make you perfect. Only practice will help you in the interview. And 1 hour, rest 1 hour, you have to spend on networking. I always emphasize networking. It's quite important that we are breaking these 3 hours. 1 hour you attend a session, 1 hour you do practice, 1 hour you do networking. And when you do this consistently, you will find that within 45 days, you have transformed the whole career. You know, so is it a matter of 45 days or is it a matter of 135 hours? What do you think, guys? So do you really think that someone can get a job in 45 days or someone can get a job in 135 hours? It's very important to note. Now, ask yourself a question. Whosoever is in the race to land that IT job, ask yourself a question. Do I actually invest did I actually invest 135 hours in my 45 days or in my last 45 days? Ask yourself if you have actually spent 3 hours of your time in a day, apart from your session, maybe on Saturday and Sunday. Did you think about your last weekend? Did you spend 6 hours of your time on learning new thing? Can someone say yes here? Can someone say no here? Did you spend 3 hours of your time? No, in your last weekend. This is where the problem is. Now, okay. So now every one of us has identified a problem that we have not spent 135 hours consistently. Let's look at the plan of 45 days. So guys, we have to do a very simple step. Okay. Imagine this is your 45 days. Now, let's take a best case scenario and let's consider the timeline of 45 days. So in 15 days, in starting 15 days, we are going to divide this whole timeline into 3 parts. Part 1, part 2. This is also for 15 days. And the last part is again 15 days, which is part 3. Okay. So every part has 15 days. And this is how we are going to follow the timeline. Okay. Now, if I talk about part 1, now the part 1 says, keep your resources ready. This is quite important. What does it mean? Which means that we are keeping ourselves ready. We are trying to make a habit. Okay. We are trying to make a habit of learning. First of all, we have enrolled somewhere. I would not say that you enroll with only Thinkcloudly. Maybe you are enrolled somewhere else, right? So you have to first make sure that you on the very first day you are going to enroll in a session, and that's when the day 1 starts. Guys, please do not believe on YouTube videos or Udemy videos. You guys might come from a non-IT background and you need an instructor to guide you. Udemy, YouTube, they don't give the liberty to ask questions. And that's when those people gives you recording. But how will you get the clarification? Who will tell you something in a more clarified way? So whenever you enroll in a session, your day 1 starts from there, but that has to be live session. Okay. So you have to enroll in the live session. Second, on the day 1, you have to start building your notes. You know what? The notes which I prepared 12 years ago, I still have it with me. And if in case I have my interview in next 2 days, I will look for that notebook, open that notebook and start reading my notes. So make sure that you are taking notes down, because when you understand something and when you put it in your own language and when you put it yourself, you will remember for life when you look at again. So make sure that your notes, you are putting down the notes properly, because notes are the real trick which are going to help you before the interview. Before the interview, you cannot go back and attend 40 hours of session. One day before, you cannot go back and listen to 40 hours of session. But what you can do, you can brush up your notes. And that's why you have to create a habit of notes building if you don't have it right now. After that, lab access. A lot of people, they start the training, they start the session, but they don't have the proper lab to practice. If you are doing a technical course, you need the lab access. If you don't have the lab access, you will struggle throughout the period. So your 45 days will start on that day when you have the lab access. Either you create your own lab or you ask someone, but have the lab access. After that, you have to create your profile on LinkedIn. Guys, this is quite important. You have to create your profile, because without profile, you might be sitting in a city of Calgary and you are in your home. No recruiter will know that pastor needs a job who is in Calgary. No one knows. You can let them know only with the help of profile. So the day one you join the program, you need to have the profile ready. And on the same day, you have to make sure that you start the networking. When I say networking, at least make 200 friends on LinkedIn in next 45 days, and make sure all of them are hiring managers. Because if you make your girlfriend a connection on LinkedIn profile, she might not be able to help you to land a job. You have to make sure that you are choosing the right connections on LinkedIn. So make sure you have a 200 connections on LinkedIn who all are hiring managers, who are hiring someone. If you're attending cybersecurity programs, those hiring managers are hiring people for cybersecurity. If you are looking for a job in cloud engineering, make sure those hiring managers are hiring people for cloud engineering, right? So those, you have to make your audience and you have to create the connections on LinkedIn, people who matter to you. Now, in the next part, in the part two, in the part two, the part two is for intense learning. Intense learning and practicals. Guys, don't make a mistake. A lot of people, they make a mistake. They visit their friend home and the friend will tell, hey, why are you doing cybersecurity? Why don't you try project management? Hey, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? And you started feeling that I made a mistake, that I chose this career path. I think I should have chosen something else. Please do not be in dilemma at all. And if someone tries to off track you, please do not get off track at all. Why? Everyone has their own choice. Everyone has seen the benefits in their own terms. In IT, every field has the same level of demand. You don't have to worry about. Just stick to something where you are. In the part two, in next 15 days, you will create a habit of practice, practice, practice. Whatever you have learned so far, you're going to practice more and more. If your trainer has given you some labs, do that. If your trainer is talking about project management case studies, practice that. So make sure that you are putting yourself more and more into practice, and read more, attend the sessions again and again. Make sure you are doing practicals, enough practicals multiple times. Attend workshops. Okay. Download Spotify and listen to podcast. This is the intense learning. A lot of people, they join 1 hour session and think, I am good. No, that's not right. You have to make sure you are practicing. You are attending workshops regularly. You are listening to podcasts when you are driving to work. If you are coming back to home and your session is over, you are practicing the lab again. You're watching the recording again. So that's what you have to do in the part two. And that has to be consistent enough. If someone tries to say you are doing wrong, let them say that, because whatever you have chosen, that's the right path. So believe in yourself. That's very important. Also, explore tools. Okay. Explore tools. When I say explore tools, now is the time that you start exploring some job tools like Indeed, Monster, Zip Recruiter, Dice. So you have to explore those tools. but don't get frightened by the job description. Okay, please do not get frightened at all because of job description. This is my request. Recruiter always want someone to be to be like senior, to have like 25 years of experience, 30 years of experience. They never think that someone who has 5 years of experience or who is new to the market cannot have that experience. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So guys, please do not get frightened at all by looking at the job description. Just focus what you are learning. I promise you, you will land a job. Okay, there are 100 tools in the market. You do not need to know all the 100 tools. Master 5 tools, you will get a job. This I don't know 100 tools. I know 5 tools, but I got a job. People like that, they never know 100 tools, but they are getting jobs. So don't get frightened by looking at the job description. So what is the third step? This is the time when you are going to improve your network and apply jobs. Okay, hit the market, guys, hit the market. You know what, a lot of people, they say that, Naman, Thinkcloudly offers 7 weeks program, and university is offering 2 years program. So when university cannot get a student a job, then how can Thinkcloudly help to land a job? I tell you one thing. Thinkcloudly focuses on something which makes you job ready. University focuses on some old traditional curriculum which might not be helpful. Remember that, everyone, that you cannot compare these programs with university because they have different curriculum. Over here, we are focusing on something which requires in the market. We are coming directly from the market. Okay. So make sure that you don't have to worry about university degree. Trust me, guys, our students at Thinkcloudly, they had no degree. They had no bachelor's, but still they landed a job in Tesla. So your degree never matters. Only your skills matters. Try to gain as much as skills you want to gain. I promise you one day you will land a job because that's what industry demands. Okay, industry does not require that paper which says that you have a 2 years degree. Industry demands skills, and that skills can be built in 7 weeks. Trust me. Emmanuel, who you might have heard him, right? He is the real reason. He's a real example in front of us. So make sure that in the last part, you are improving your network. You have to at least have 200 people in your network. All are the hiring managers. Okay. Okay. And what you have to do is, as I said, that reach out to recruiters, start applying jobs, no matter you know the technology or not, but start applying jobs, because let's not spend the time in learning. Let's hit the market and learn from interview. So we have to change the approach. We have to be interview ready, and we can be interview ready when we attend interviews. So change the approach, get into interviews, apply more and more jobs. Now I tell you, why did I tell you about having 200 hiring managers in your network? You know what happened with me? There was a time I was struggling to switch my job. I was switching from Microsoft. I wanted to get a new job. And I was just switching from Microsoft to a newer organization. So I was not getting calls, and it was a very depressed time. So what I did, I created this network of hiring managers on my LinkedIn profile. And you know what I did? I posted a post that I am looking for a job. I just posted a small message with all my skills, with my resume, and that I'm seeking a job. There were so many hiring managers who reached out to me. Even IBM's IBM is an organization. The hiring manager reached out to me, and I got hired. Trust me, that really worked for me. So just like you, that really worked for me. So it can work for you as well. So why are you creating a network? so that when you are in a need after 45 days, you can reach out to people to whom you matter. Okay. So you have to post on LinkedIn that you are looking for a job. People out there will start reaching out to you, or they will like your post and that will go in their network. So make sure that you are creating a network which will really help you. Can we see some hacks now? Are you ready, everyone? Okay. So the first hack which we are going to discuss is going to be no experience filter. A lot of people, they come and say that, Naman, I don't know. I don't have any experience. How will I find the job? Let me show you something. So I'll go to Google. Okay. And I'm going to search cloud engineer job. Okay. I'm going to search this. And over here, I'll go and click on 100 more jobs. And if you see over here, if you go to requirements, no experience. Now you will find all the jobs which does not require any experience. Okay. Go and apply on these jobs. This is the first hack. If you don't have degree, click on no degree and you can see. This is the best way to find a job. You can also add this filter of under 3 years of experience, because if you attend the training with us, I'm very sure that you will have the equivalent experience of 3 years, because we are going to train you on 4 or 5 projects, which will really help you. So you can choose these options and it will help you no matter what experience you have. But try this option on Google. Google has its own job search platform. Try and search. Just type your let's say project manager. Type your project manager. Okay. And click on top 100 plus jobs. Go to requirements. Click on no experience and you will find the jobs. Next, the problem with LinkedIn, what is the problem with LinkedIn? If any recruiter, they post a job on LinkedIn that gets hit by maybe hundreds of people and hundred of applicants, and when you apply your own job, this is your job, you get into crowded, and there are chances that you will not be able to get selected or shortlisted. Do you think it's a pain that when you apply for a job, there can be 100 applicants? Do you think it's a pain? Now, so what you have to do is, there is a hack. Let me show you one. So let's go to LinkedIn and see a hack that how can we deal with this problem. So let's go to LinkedIn and let's search for a job. Okay. Now click on jobs. And when you click on jobs, cloud engineer in United States, okay, click on easy apply, click on all filters, scroll down, and there will be an option of under 10 applicants. You see here? So I have 626 results in front of me. It means I can apply at 626 I can apply 626 applications where there are only less than 100 people who have applied so far. You can see 0 applicants, right? That will keep you out of the crowded market. No one actually knows this. So guys, go and use this. This is going to be very helpful. Okay. Apply jobs which are under 10 applicants. Reach out to the recruiter as soon as possible. This is going to be really helpful. Okay. Let me show you again. Do you want to see it again, everyone? So go to linkedin.com, search the job. Let's say I want to search a project management job, manager job. When you search something over here, click on jobs. When you click on jobs, now over here, you have to click on easy apply. And now click on all filters. If you scroll down, you will find an option of under 10 applicants. You can see there are 3,000 job opportunities where people have not even applied. Can you see that? 5 applicants, 8 applicants. Can you see that? So what you're trying to do, you are actually trying to get into a market which is less crowded. Do you think it's helpful, everyone? So easy apply. Under 10 applicants, we have seen it, right? Now the third hack. Let's see the third hack. So whenever you have your LinkedIn profile, right? Go to your LinkedIn profile, go to your profile. So I'm on my profile here. And now what I can do is I can just click on more and click on build a resume. Okay, let me tell you what this hack does. This hack will tell you what are the keywords which are missing in your profile. Many people, they don't know what are the keywords they are missing, right? So only expert knows. So this is a method where you will learn what are the missing keywords in your profile, in your LinkedIn profile. Okay. So when you visit your profile, click on more, click on build a resume, and click on create from profile. And whatever job you are trying to search, let's say you are trying to search cloud engineer, and click on apply. Now, over here on the right side, it will give you all the required skills or the keywords which recruiters are looking for. Linux, Python, Java. If you subscribe to Premium, LinkedIn Premium, you will get 11 more keywords. Are you getting my point? This is where, out there, recruiters are looking for the keywords. This is how. So this is going to be very helpful because see, my LinkedIn profile has cloud computing, AWS, Azure, SQL, JavaScript, leadership, communication. But my LinkedIn profile, unfortunately, does not have these 3 keywords or 4 keywords. Or maybe I can see more if I take the premium. So that's where premium is helpful. So guys, this is very helpful. Generally, we do, because as a student, we might not know what keywords are trending in the market as of now. Maybe my role is different, but I don't know the keywords. This is where LinkedIn can really help you.
Thank you for watching. Switch from non-IT to IT today. Explore www.thinkcloudly.com.